Hey guys, welcome to Taste of the Town, and today I thought it would be so much fun for us to travel back a little bit and look at where our show started and where we are today. So don't you guys go anywhere. We are about to take a trip down memory lane.
Ready for a fresh start? Your happy place is right here on BNC's Taste of the Town with Marjorie Wordlaw,
Awesome!
where life in the kitchen is fun,
This meal is just rocking and rolling.
flavorful,
Delicious.
oh, and Southern charm.
This is my handy dandy.
Yep, she's got all that too.
Boom. And that is that.
Welcome back to Taste of the Town. Once again, here's Marjorie.
So some of you might remember that when we first started, our whole concept was that Taste of the Town would go to different cities around the country. Oh my goodness, visit great restaurants, have the chefs take me back in the kitchen. I had some awesome experiences. We went to festivals. We just did so many fun things. So take a look back at some of the places that we went. We are now in the kitchen with Chef Kenneth. So now he is going to show us how he fries up and batters up this great catfish. Explain and tell everybody what's going on and what are you battering it in?
This is actually a creamy cornmeal that we have. It's very, very light. That's one of the key factors in frying the fish. You know, everyone said it's real light.
Right.
It melts in your mouth. So we have, as you can see, the fish is already pre-seasoned.
Yes.
We have a secret marinade blend that we put together.
Secret.
Secret, keyword, secret.
You know what? There are lots of great ingredients that go into the recipes here. Lots of secrets I have found out as well. But you know what? Not too many beans were being spilled, but I'm still trying. You'll see.
So, okay, we're about ready to come out now.
Okay. Oh, look at that. I wish you guys were here and could eat some of this with us because I have got to taste it, okay? And it's so golden brown. It's beautiful. Ooh, this catfish is so golden brown and crispy looking. I cannot wait to dig in and get a good bite of that. Gotta taste it. So I am ready to taste this delicious catfish. Hey, this is the Barrow's King dish, okay? So this is the large named after Dee's father. Get a piece you got. Oh, it's hot, hot, hot. Okay, let's see. What do we
And you make your little sandwich.
Look at that, you guys. Oh, I gotta do, okay, so let me, look at there. I'm gonna do it the way you do it. That's the way to do it, right? Little potato salad. Come on, Dee. You gotta jump in here.
You gotta get you a little
Oh,
pickle.
give me a
on here.
pickle. Give me a pickle. Use my fingers. It's
People
mine.
fight over us for the pickles.
Here we go. Oh, hot, hot. That is so delicious. Make a sandwich, guys. This is hot.
You're barrel certified now.
I'm barrel certified. Hey, we are back in the kitchen with Chef Alfred at Cafe Savisa in New Orleans. We have been having a wonderful time. I have been eating some awesome food, you guys. But you gotta come to New Orleans, come to the French Quarter, come to Cafe Savisa right here on Decatur Street.
So in the city of New Orleans, there's so many different versions, there's so many different restaurants that do barbecue shrimp. No two are gonna be the same. Ours is a lot different from the originals at Pascal Manalli's or Mr. B's and things like that. But we have a beautiful version that we do here that we are very, very proud of, and we think it stands up to anyone in the city. So we'll get started with that. So what we do is we always start with beautiful U10 shrimp. These are fresh shrimp.
Let them see these
Right.
gorgeous shrimp.
These are fresh white shrimp. We usually do about 8 to 10 shrimp, depending on the size of the shrimp. But you know, this is another thing that we're blessed with in the city of New Orleans and the southeast region, and having fresh shrimp that come to us daily. What we want to do with this sauce is we like to add just a good bit of black pepper. We don't want to skimp with the black pepper inside of this sauce. because that's going to give it a good bit of spice. Okay?
Oh, okay.
We do some chopped rosemary, lots of that. That's going to give
rosemary.
it a good bit of flavor.
Okay.
Again, we're going to use some fresh garlic, minced garlic.
Okay.
A little bit of salt and some Creole seasonings inside of that. Okay.
There's that magic.
That's the magic.
Creole seasoning.
Now with shrimp, it doesn't take a whole lot of time for shrimp to get done. As soon as they begin to turn a nice pinkish color, we know that they're close to being done. These are pretty big shrimp, so we're going to take and put our famous sauce inside of that. This is ready. So we're going to begin to present this as we would inside of the restaurant. We just take those beautiful shrimp one at a time, all that beautiful sauce, and at the table we'll give you fresh garlic bread as well. So when you run out of bread on your plate, you can get some of that fresh garlic bread and continue to enjoy that with. And as advertised, this is the New Orleans style barbecue shrimp, and we'll Christmas this out a little bit as well. How about that? That'll just bring it to where it needs to be at.
Yes, So here we go. Now the only thing is that it's hot.
Notice how that comes right off. Huh?
Yeah, totally.
Perfect.
Not sticking at all. And I'm gonna dip just a little bit in here. Let me get my napkin. Look at, Oh, tender, juicy. This is so wonderful. The flavors have all just kind of soaked into the shrimp, even through the shells. You still get all that wonderful flavor. I had so much fun in those kitchens sampling that delicious food. But of course, COVID came, things began to change. So when we come back, we're gonna talk about how we kept our show going.
Don't go away. Taste of the Town with Marjorie Wardlaw. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Taste of the Town. Once again, here's Marjorie.
So I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about that period of time when we were really trying to decide how could we continue to offer programming with this show that would be, practical, beneficial. And I sent out a call, so to speak, and I asked you guys to share your videos. Let us see what you were doing at home, because you know what? That COVID affected everybody. It was a challenge, and it still is actually, but we were all in this together. And I can never thank you enough for responding. I got so many emails and I got calls because people were asking, how am I supposed to send you a video and using my cell phone? But you know what? You all did it. Family, friends, just viewers. We learned how to do so many things, and we got so many ideas for coping based on some of the things that you share with us. So let's take, again, a little look back. We're going down our memory lane and see some of the things that you guys sent in and share with us.
Hey y'all, this is Lila.
I'm Bill.
And we are the Clintons from New Orleans. And we are so happy to be here with Taste of the Town, because we would love to show you guys what we love to do here.
What we love to do.
Okay, so guys, we are ready to start. Now, first things first, when we eat barbecue shrimp, we have to have the Louisiana po' boy bread. So what we have is here is a loaf of Louisiana po' boy bread. I have given it a bath in butter, real butter, because real is always best. And we letting that marinate on the side until we get ready to put that actually in the oven. So we have our Louisiana fresh shrimp. There's nothing best other than fresh, baby. And we have all our dry ingredients, lots of fresh minced garlic and butter. So we're gonna get this started. Now, I like to use butter and olive oil, okay? Because it gives it a really good flavoring and tasting. Because it's called barbecue shrimp, but like I said in the beginning, it's all about the flavor, baby. So we're gonna put us a little barbecue olive oil in here, just about a bit. And then we're gonna put our seasonings in. We're gonna put that fresh minced garlic. our barbecue shrimp seasoning. And be heavy-handed on it, girls. Just be heavy-handed because you want it to have all of the flavor. At the end of the day, we want a hearty in your mouth, okay? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put our lemon in there. Now, this is smelling really good. Got a nice aroma. Look at this.
Sure does.
We have our garlic and all our dry seasonings and then fresh lemon in there with the Worcestershire sauce and everything.
We wish we can email you guys this smell, but okay.
That's all right. All right, so now it's time to put the shrimp in because this is already good and hot and seafood does not take long to cook. So we're gonna put our shrimp there. Mix it in. I'm gonna leave the fire at the high temperature that we have it, okay? I'm gonna let the top sit on this for a few minutes and we're gonna let this simmer. All right, y'all, I think we're ready to eat. Let's see. Ooh, we got that fresh po' boy bread. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that delicious? Put that there. And now, this is our barbecue shrimp. How does that look to y'all? Oh, all right. Let's take it and put it on our serving dish. Louisiana barbecue shrimp, ladies and gentlemen. That smells so good. I cannot wait to sit down and taste this. All right. So our dinner table is set. Let me get Mr. Bill so we can sit down and have dinner.
Sounds good to me.
All right, y'all. We are ready to eat. We have barbecue shrimp and Louisiana po' boy bread. How it look to you, babe?
Looks excellent.
All right, give me your plate so I can give you yours. Would you like a lemon, dear?
By all means, yes ma'am.
Don't forget to get your bread so you can sop up all that good barbecue sauce juice in. So this is barbecue shrimp, guys, and it's very delicious. It's very tasteful. You can have it with your favorite beverage. Tonight, our beverage of choice is a nice cold beer. So, like we say here in Louisiana, les un bon temps roulé.
Let the good times roll.
We'll see y'all next time.
Thank you guys. Thank you for being here.
Hello, I'm Alicia, and today I'll be making crawfish etouffee from scratch. A simple recipe that I like to do. Doesn't take much time and doesn't require much ingredients. Now the first step that I do is I melt the butter. Now, I don't know if a lot of people do this. This might be a lot of butter to some people, but the butter helps to create the roux. So I'm gonna let the butter melt and then I'm gonna put in the seasonings and I'm gonna saute that for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now that the butter is pretty much melted, I'm just gonna go ahead and add up my chopped seasonings. All right, so now that the vegetables are pretty much sauteed down, I'm gonna add some garlic to saute down with the rest of it. Flour is gonna help me to make the roux, which is basically the sauce or the gravy for the etouffee. So basically this is 1/3 cup. Just add it in like that, and then just kind of stir it in. Okay, so the next step, I'm gonna go ahead and add in the crawfish tails to it, and then once I add the crawfish tails, I'm gonna go ahead and add some seasoning to it, and then I'm gonna add 2 cups of hot water to it. And I'm gonna turn the fire up a little bit so we can try and get it to start bubbling. And now I'm gonna add the seasonings back add some more seasoning into the pot. Cajun, Tony's Creole, because once you add water, you lose some of the seasoning, and a little bit of cayenne. And as you can see, it's kind of starting to boil up a little bit. When it starts to boil, it'll thicken, and we'll just keep stirring it. As you see, it's kind of turned into the roux a little bit. We'll just keep stirring, turn it up a little bit. Okay, so now we are done. It's the nice thick consistency that I like. Our rice is done. Now all we have to do is plate. And there you have it. My homemade crawfish etouffee from scratch.
And we will be back in just a moment.
Don't go away. Taste of the Town with Marjorie Wardlaw will be right back. Welcome back to Taste of the Town. Once again, here's Marjorie.
Welcome back. Let's see where else our trip down memory lane is taking us. Take a look.
Hey, Taste of the Town. Welcome to Baltimore and our home. Come on in. Hey, Mom. I am glad that I have the opportunity to come to you guys and share with you and your audience something that I think is a really neat idea. Going through my blogs, I came across a lady who had created this absolutely gorgeous, it was stunning, fabulous coffee and cocoa bar station that she did using a bar cart. Well, of course, it's just Sean and myself. We don't have any kids. So I'm thinking, how can I take what she did, inspiration from it, and really scale it down so that it's just for the two of us? And then this idea was born. This right here, this guy set the stage for everything that you see. These are the most beautiful, fluffy, sweet, delicious, oh my goodness, I'm so serious, marshmallows, okay? This little small different apothecary jar, like I said, I have some colorful truffles that I found. We added some flavored coffee syrup. So this one I think is a mocha caramel. Inside here I have wonderful Ghirardelli dark chocolate peppermint square. Let's be honest, what goes better with hot chocolate than peppermint? Am I right? If you know, you know. The piece de resistance, the hot chocolate. Look at that. Ah. All right, you can do Swiss Miss. You can do Nesquik. Do whatever your family likes. I upgraded us. I did drop some coin on the hot chocolate, not gonna lie, okay? Went a little bit all out on the premium, but let me tell you something, the taste is fabulous, and if you can afford it, it's so worth it. Inside here, we have these wonderful, look what I found. These are stirrers, spoons that are covered in chocolate and that have marshmallows on them, or they are drizzled with caramel. So when you make your coffee or your hot cocoa, you will then stick this in there, let that melt off. It will just infuse that with so much good flavor. You can lick and then eat this. Ah, tell me that does not sound good. So now guys, we are gonna make some wonderful hot cocoa. So I put a scoop in. I've also set up one of the spoons in each of our cups for the marshmallows and the chocolate melt. It's gonna be fabulous. So over here, these are the ingredients. We don't do dairy, like I said, so we love this, which is a Khalifa oat barista blend. This is one of our absolute favorite oat milks. We've tried a lot of different kinds, but whatever nut milk of choice you have. If you just heard that beeping, I'm getting ready to make us a homemade pizza, so the oven just finished preheating. It's real, guys. This is real life. So we use it with this. I also added a dash into the milk of pure vanilla. My mom gave this to me. This was a gift that I got when I visited them one time in New Orleans. There is nothing like some seriously good premium pure vanilla, all right? Not that extract stuff, you need the good stuff. It only takes a slight hint. This is what I was telling you guys. I'm gonna top it off with the marshmallows. So if you go to your Home Goods or your Home Sense, look for this brand. This is called Sugarific. They are the tickled pink marshmallows. made with a bunch of different good stuff, sugars. Again, it is vegan friendly. It's made in a factory though, so for those of you all who really follow a true lifestyle like that, it's made in a factory that does have, like, you know, eggs and wheat, so you may want to just be leery of that. Read your labels. Delicious. It was super inexpensive. Look at here, guys, the price point, $4.99. Come on now, we got all three of them. And then here, I already have our nut milk heated up on the stove. I've had this heating on a low simmer. Let me tell you, I made a fatal mistake one time. I seriously burned myself because this thing right here is hot. That's why I got my little mitt now to show you when I pour this. But always bring your milk to a nice slow simmer. If you cook it too quick, you heat it up too quick, it's gonna scald at the bottom, it's gonna burn, it's gonna be nasty, and nobody's got time for all that. So as you can see, you just give it a nice stir. Oat milk or any type of nut milks are really good because they do not curdle. They just warm up ever so slightly, nicely, beautifully. It's got that nice hint of vanilla. Now I'm gonna take this, like I said, I burned myself last time. Turn off the eye, got it, and we're gonna pour this over here into our cups. And there you go. We're gonna split. If you spill a little bit, hey, that's just how it is. Pour a little bit to share with each other. It's so good. Then you take and you just swish that around. Look at that. Look, see how that's melting off there? Oh, it's gonna be so good, so good. All right, then I'm gonna take a couple of these little marshmallows here. Get these open. Pop a couple in there. Add however many you like. And we're getting ready to sip on ourselves some wonderful hot cocoa. This is so good. I mean, it's really decadent. It's like dessert in a cup, y'all. I mean, and I'm telling you, I would encourage you all who do dairy, try it with the nut milk, preferably the oat milk. It is fabulous. You will not miss it. Look at how that just melted off there, y'all. Look at that.
It's incredible.
Weren't those some great memories? You know, you guys, many of you just shared wonderful, inspiring ideas that all of us have benefited from. And honestly, if there's anything that you saw that maybe you want a recipe for, remember, all you have to do is send me a request. If it wasn't something I did, I know I can get those recipes for you guys. So when we come back, you're gonna find out how I started cooking and what inspired that. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment.
Don't go away. Taste of the Town with Marjorie Wardlaw will be right back. Welcome back to Taste of the Town. Once again, here's Marjorie.
My kitchen, you guys, this is where you are accustomed to seeing me, right? And how did I start cooking in here? My director, Aaron Williams, who is fantastically creative, was having a meeting with the producers and we were talking, and he said, you know what, we're getting all of these videos in from, you know, viewers and just friends and all, and that's awesome. But Marjorie, you cook practically every day. Well, a lot of days, okay? But you cook for you and Gary. Why don't you cook as well? And I thought, well, you know what? I certainly do. I love cooking. Everybody knows I am not a professional cook, not a chef or anything, but I love to cook. So that's what I have done. That's how I came to be cooking in my kitchen. And surprisingly, you guys seem to enjoy it as well, because honestly, I have just gotten hundreds of, you know, requests and emails from you wanting my recipes or just saying how much you love the show. So with all of that, let's look back at let's look at the early things that when we first started cooking in my kitchen. And then we're gonna talk about maybe some of those dishes that are your and my favorites. So how about a butter basted Chilean sea bass? I'm gonna have some herbs and garlic with it. Then I'm gonna make a nice spring salad with butter lettuce and asparagus and fresh peas. That should be really nice. And then we won't mind so much if I then decide for dessert, we're going to have a fresh peach crisp. So that's going to be our dinner menu, but I also said it would be nice to have a little cocktail before dinner. So I have something that's really light. It's called a strawberry gin cocktail, and it's got like a little leaf of basil with it. I think you're gonna really enjoy that. Let's see. Oh yes, oh see, that's wonderful. Now you know, I know you can't smell this, but I can just smell, you know, the pecans and the aroma that's coming from that. So actually, I'm gonna just pour them in here, but I want them to just cool slightly. I'm gonna put those in there. So let's just wholesome chop them. Here we're gonna just take and just kind of evenly do these in all four. Here we have the crisp. Just gonna pile this on top. And let's get these in the oven. Again, this is set at 350. I think we just have less than 10 minutes and it should be ready. Oh, look at these, see? They are bubbly and brown and I can smell the butter and the peaches. Oh, you guys. Is I'm gonna now take the garlic, just putting those cloves in there. And then we're gonna also just take these sprigs of thyme and we're gonna just put that in here, all right? I'm just gonna lay it here. Oh, that looks delicious. So make sure you put enough sprigs in there so that each one is gonna be, hey, let's add a little more of that golden crispiness to those, okay? There you go. That is wonderful. We're gonna take a little bit of this gin, add to this, just a little. Then we're gonna take some freshly squeezed lemon juice, okay? So now we're gonna add this in here. The lemon juice to that. And just get that good. I'm gonna add the rest of that gin. And then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna shake this really, 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 really well. Ah! Oh my goodness. I gotta start all over again, okay? Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna shake it. Let's see. Oh, that is delicious. I'm going to make maybe some bacon wrapped scallops. I'll start us off with that to go along with the cocktails. Then I'm going to do, we love lamb. So I'm going to do a rack of lamb. I'm going to do some smashed red bliss potatoes, some fresh asparagus. Now, then, you know what? We're going to have a little brownie cake with ice cream. So I've got some fresh thyme here. I've rosemary, garlic. Listen, garlic goes with everything. I'm just kind of smushing it a little bit because I want all of those flavors. It's all about presentation. You're gonna wish that you were sitting here with me and Gary having this as well. They are super simple. This recipe is easy, but if you try this, you know, maybe see how your family feels first before you just, you know, load it up. And just a little additional Parmesan. And this is, again, just the powdered kind. That's all there is to that until it's just starting to bubble. And while I'm waiting for that, when I take the lamb out, Gary and I will meet you in the dining room and we'll get ready to have some cocktails. So many of you have talked about that there really is a Gary. I talk about him in all of the videos, and people would say, I would love to see Gary. Look at here, you guys. See, there really is a Gary.
I do exist.
He definitely does. Mwah. This is my sweetheart. 50 years, you guys. Okay, so I'm keeping him. You may not see him. He is around. But let's look at some other dishes when we come back, so don't go anywhere.
Don't go away. Taste of the Town with Marjorie Wardlaw will be right back. Welcome back to Taste of the Town. Once again, here's Marjorie.
Let's look at some of our more recent dishes that are just favorites of yours and mine. Things like the Cornish hens with cornbread dressing. You might even want to think about preparing that now. Oh, how about the redfish escovitch? It is a Jamaican traditional, but I did it and I put a little Dominican, spin on it. Put your own spins on whatever you're doing. Oh, there are so many things. Just take a quick look. Let's go back down that memory lane again. Well, hello everybody and welcome back. We're in Marjorie's kitchen. This is Taste of the Town. We are going to do Cornish hens, but this time I'm going to do basically a roasted Cornish hen, Southern style cornbread dressing. I'm gonna do some sauteed spinach, and I decided I'm gonna roast some sweet potato rounds. So we're just gonna have a fun day cooking. So this is about 3.5 cups of crumbled Southern skillet style cornbread. You can email me for that recipe if you don't already have it, and I will be happy to send that to you. So it's delicious. So we're gonna just take, and you want to get all of this butter over it because it's gonna flavor it, and then all of the spices that we put on are gonna kind of stick to it. So I'm gonna go in the cavity as well. I'll even leave some of that butter in there. All I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my complete seasoning and I'm just going to season and sprinkle all over both sides really, really well. Inside the cavity, a little bit of my garlic powder, just a little pepper and a little salt. Just go all over, go inside that cavity. And I always, again, I want to use a little bit of my oregano. Okay. I'm gonna add maybe about 2/3 of a cup, that's good, of the panko. And these are also seasoned as well. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna add this to our dressing mixture. See, look, it's still a big bowl, but normally a bowl I would be making for family and friends would be 3 times this size, okay? So let's see how this is going to go into this skillet here. I hope you can see. Now, that is just perfect. Just take and drizzle this cinnamon sugar mixture all over each potato, and then it's going to become almost like candied and just awesome. Just take a scoop. If you have one that is a little better scoop, you can just take that, and then you're going to want to put that at the base of your hen, and we'll get a little bit of everything, and we'll put the beautiful bed of spinach right here. Look at that. Look at that. And let's just drizzle it. All over. I think Mr. Wordlaw is going to be quite happy when he sits down to eat today, don't you? Okay, so we're going to taste it. Let's go first with the spinach, okay? Perfect. I taste the garlic. I can taste even the hint of the green onions, and they're in there, and the spinach is perfect. So you're gonna love that. Oh, let's taste these sweet potatoes. Oh, wonderful. That candiness that has developed from the butter and the brown sugar and the white sugar, and oh, it's delicious. It's almost like having a wonderful baked sweet potato that's actually still in the peel, but you're getting all that goodness, but you're getting the extra yumminess of the candy. So let's go with the stuffing, you guys. My mama sure enough taught her girl how to cook some good old cornbread dressing. That is delicious. I'm gonna get a little piece of the chicken from right in here. Y'all, all I can tell you, you gotta make it. And when you do, let me know what you think. So I'm going to make these kind of Dominican, Jamaican style, doing an escovitch. And we're gonna be using some green, red, and yellow bell peppers. We're gonna have some onions. You'll see a lot of different things. I'm gonna do ginger and garlic, and so what else do I have over there? Of course, I've got some lemon, I've got some cilantro, I got lime that I like to put over the fish. Of course, you know my typical seasonings that I love that work so well with most everything. So why don't we go ahead and get started? So we're gonna just take, look, I'm just gonna sprinkle, and inside the cavities, we're gonna put the seasoning inside the fish. This is a very, just a well-seasoned fish. I'm really not gonna add any salt at this point because the fish is so nicely seasoned. And I just want you to look at what it's looking like. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? See, that's looking so good. And then we're gonna put it in that high oven and let it just continue, and it's gonna go probably for about another, maybe let's say about 6 or 7 minutes, because we don't wanna dry it out. And now I'm gonna just take, and we begin to just take and put this all over the fish, you guys. That's it. That is it. Let's see if we can do this without messing up. Oh, yes. Oh, that is beautiful. Hey, the fish is still bigger than the plate, you guys, okay? But look at it, look at that. You must make sure you season your fish throughout, because I can taste all of those seasonings. That is so wonderful. Let me taste the vegetables. Let me just get a couple of the peppers. Let's see what this is like. Looks, oh my goodness. So here we are. Oh, they're so good. There's still a little crunch to them, but they are perfectly tender. Oh, this is so delicious. And the rice, you know what? You really can't go wrong with rice. Oh, good. That's good. This is excellent. It's been an awesome day, you guys. listen, when you go, maybe don't get one quite this big. Get one that's going to fit on your plate because you really got to maneuver it in that pan. But this is delicious. We are going to do a Parmesan crusted chicken breast. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it here like this. Try to keep the vegetables in the center. Whew, that looks good, 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 good. I love that. So we'll put that back. Here we go. That is so nice. And what I'll do is I'll put the remainder in like a little dish, and then I'll have it on the table. How about that? And the lemon that I did not use. And here we have, you guys, our beautiful Parmesan crusted panko coated chicken breast with our Italian vegetables. We got our zucchini, our yellow squash, we have onions, tomatoes, cilantro, all the different herbs and spices, Italian seasonings, oregano, a little salt, little pepper, that little garlic spread, seasoning. But do what you want.
Don't go away. Taste of the Town with Marjorie Wardlaw will be right back. Welcome back to Taste of the Town. Once again, here's Marjorie.
I was talking with Gary, and he suggested, why don't you make cornbread? And my thought is everyone knows how to cook cornbread, but you know what? They don't. I am not talking about going and buying the boxed or the packaged cornbread mix. I am talking about from scratch. I'm gonna also show you a cornbread. It's gonna have bacon and honey, jalapenos, and of course, hot butter, all right? When you cut into that cornbread, you can just kind of just take it and drag it through that honey. Oh, that is just wonderful. And think about all of that butter that has just kind of soaked in there. And just because I am a person of spontaneity, it just hit me. I think I would like to put just a little sprinkle of some cilantro. I just think that's pretty. So I just took a little cilantro. So this looks delicious. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, the honey with the saltiness and the crispiness of the bacon. The cornbread is just delicious. It would make you almost say, oh, I could just eat the cornbread. But the cornbread and the honey, really, you know what I'm going to tell you guys? I want more honey. I love the sweetness and the savoriness all coming together. It's good. It's got a kick. I will tell you that. This is a winner. Try it. Let me know what you think. Now this one is going to be moist. Oh, this looks wonderful. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little trip down memory lane. You kind of got an idea, if you didn't already know, how we started the show and how we are at the point of where we are today. It's continually evolving. And until the next time, you know I love you. Continue to take care of yourselves. Be thankful, because in spite of all of the things we have had to go through, we have so much to still be thankful for. See you guys on the next Taste of the Town.
Taste of the Town with Marjorie Wardlaw. Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. on BNC and BNC Go.